What's going on, YouTube? OCD for EDC here. What I got for your face balls today. I just got a brand new package from Spyderco today. We're going to get into it. It is July 31st at 7:37 p.m. here in the Central Time Zone here in Iowa, and it's been a hell of a day. And so I'm going to start this one out with we're going to get involved in a little bit of a bourbon here. This happens to be small batch Cedar Ridge, made here in Iowa, barrel proof, 116 proof. I've had some Cedar Ridge before. I have not had this particular bourbon. So I figured what better way to do a video tonight than, do a little blades and bourbon here is what's going to happen. We're just going to find out and see if it's any good. Some of the other Cedar Ridges, hold on a second. Cork was tight fit. Just the way old dad likes it. So we've got a big ice ball here. Let's get involved and see if the old Cedar Ridge small batch barrel proof 116 proof is any good. And then we're going to get into looking at these knives. Folks, it's been a hell of a day. Got a lot going on these days with work and with a ton of things. So, I figured we could sit here and hopefully you guys can enjoy a drink with me. But I'm going to get involved in this one. Let's see. Let's give it a good taste. Let's see. Smells very good. So let's just get involved. Oh, that's quite nice. Quite nice. We'll see how this treats us as time goes on here. But what we're really here for, we got a big box today. Let me move this up out of the way so I can square the box. You guys know the deal. Nothing wrong with the nice box. Today's unboxing knife, I'm going to use my Spyderco Bodacious. I've been carrying this a little bit. It's a fantastic knife. I went ahead and installed the new Bodacious CME on this particular model right here. So if you guys are interested, we've been selling some new Bodacious CMEs. Right at the moment, we only have them in Black G10. We will offer some more colorways soon, but Black G10 right now. But so far, the Bodacious has been very, very good. Let's get up in this box and see what we're working with. I'm kind of glad to have received the package today. Like I said, it's been a hell of a day. It's been a hell of a last couple of months, to be honest with you. So let me get this paperwork out of the way real quick. Okay. Now, what do we got going on in here? If you guys haven't checked out Northwest Knives out of Meridian, Idaho, go and do so. That's who is sending me all of the Spydercos. Looks like we've got 5 packages, 1 small box, 3 let me get that out of the way. 1 small box, 3 standard boxes here, and 1 large one. Here are the collector club cards for each of these. I get asked the question quite a bit, what does the extra numbers on the blade mean? Like right here on the Bodacious, don't know if you guys can see that or not, it says 016. And when it says just 016, that means it's a brand new model, first time they've ever done it. That is my collector club number. If it has a V in front of it, then it's a variation of an existing model. So it could have a different blade steel, different colorway, whatever. But we're just going to go smallest to largest here and see what we're working with. Of course, we're going to test the edges. And of course, we're going to get involved in our Cedar Ridge. Yeah, that one's good. Like it a lot. All right, what do we get? We have 2 pieces of paper that came in this one. I'm going to guess that they doubled up. Well, let's find out. Okay. So, it says, congratulations on your purchase of this exclusive version of the Spyderco Squeak. This is a Squeak in M390, manufactured in Maniago, Italy. Did it come with... No, these are two different. Interesting. This is the first time I've seen them make mistakes before on the paperwork, but these are two different papers here. Interesting. So if you want to read those, I'm not going to read the whole thing. You can pause right there, read each letter, check it out, see what you think, and go from there. But let's get those out of the way, because what we really came for was the knife. I actually really like the Squeak. Spyderco does a phenomenal job with some of these really small knives, because they actually work for larger hands. It's pretty incredible. Looks like this is going to be a slip joint version, and it is. Nice little leaf-shaped blade. Spyderco Squeak M390, made in Maniago, Italy. Very cool. Very cool little knife. So the Squeak is definitely a cool one. And I think the original Squeak was a backlock, kind of like, you know, a la like the Man Bug, Ladybug series. So the fact that they did this one in a slip joint is pretty cool, making it friendly for every country out there. Certainly it's a small blade shape. So we do have a deep carry wire pocket clip that is reversible. And we've got the kind of dark red G10. All right, next up. Oh, shit. Okay. Is this going to be a River's Edge cutlery? River's Edge cutlery exclusive in the Desert Warrior pattern. This one is going to be CTS 204P with like a dark army green, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. FRN scales on the Para 3. Very cool. I love the fact that they did the blacked out hardware and clip here. That's fantastic. Blade centering. Looks like it's ever so slightly to the clip side, but really good. Action's good right out of the box. And that's just a sexy colorway for sure. That's why these have been super popular. And them offering it in a Para 3 lightweight is super, super cool. All right, next up. Oh, we got, now we've got the Delica. So we got, on the last unboxing, I had the Indela and the Endura in this configuration. So this is going to be the Micro Melt PD1 blade steel with this kind of dark plum color. Which someone brought up in the comments that it reminded them of the dark plum color that came on the AK Pew furniture set back in the day, which is pretty cool because with the blacked out blade and hardware, yeah, it's a pretty good match. I did go and do a little reading up on the Micro Melt blade steel. The Micro Melt blade steel is basically chemically, it's pretty much identical to CPM Crewwear. This steel is coming from Carpenter. The one advantage here though is that it has a much finer grain structure than Crewwear. With my experience with Crewwear, a wonderful steel, and if this has even a finer grain structure, you should be able to just get insanely wicked sharp edges on this blade steel. So I'm interested to do a little testing with this, but this is the Delica version. So very, very cool. And I'm confident that it will perform quite well. And the Delica, great knife, super thin blade stock. This one's perfectly centered. Yeah, very cool. All right. Oh, holy shit. Okay. So they did the micro melt in everything. So now we're getting the micro melt in, is this the Police 4? Is that what this is? It is the Police 4. Okay, so we've got the entire lineup. The Delica, the Indela, the Endura, and the Police 4. All in the micro melt steel. Right on. Well, so the Indela and the Endura, I think, came in like at a 50 on the sharpness tester and a 60, something like that. Or maybe it was a 60 and a 70. Either way, they were both really freaking sharp. So we'll see if Seiki City can rock it out on these two. Look at that thing. Perfectly centered. Man, these backlock FRN knives, Spyderco just kills it with these things. They're fantastic knives. Wonderful, wonderful work knives, and you can just get some phenomenal blade steels at a really, really affordable, reasonable price. So, nothing wrong with that. All right, next up, what do we got? This box feels pretty light. That's kind of what I was guessing. It's a Mule. All right, this is Mule Team 41 I see on the paperwork. Let's see what we're working with here. Okay, so, all right, Spyderco not messing around on the blade steels here. It says Spyderco's MT41 Mule Team showcases a unique steel called VG XEOS, created by Takefu, a special steel company in Japan. It is described as having high corrosion resistance and high hardness, as well as a fine microstructure created by special melting method that improves wear resistance, strength, and quenching properties. The alloy composition of VG-XEOS is not officially published. Dun dun dun. Not officially. Okay, so they do have it down here. Oh, and it's Spyderco's analysis. So it's not officially published. However, based on Spyderco laboratory analysis, when compared to VG10, its features reduced carbon, increased chromium, vanadium, moly, and the addition of nickel and tungsten and no cobalt. The result is a matrix of low-volume, high-wear resistance carbides with chromium-enriched microstructure. Based on our extensive in-house testing, it offers edge retention comparable to VG10, but with significantly enhanced corrosion resistance. Which is impressive because VG10 is quite corrosion resistant, or pretty good anyway. Holy shit, 18 to 19% chromium. Interesting. So it's 0.7 to 0.8% carbon, 18 to 19% chromium, 0.11% tungsten, 0.35 to 0.45% vanadium, 0.68 manganese, 1.85 to 2% moly, 0.01 to 0.02% niobium, which is kind of along the lines of titanium. Nickel is 0.12% and 0.08% copper. That's interesting. 0.25 to 0.3% silicon. Very interesting. I wonder, I would assume that the niobium and the copper and the nickel is there to give it some toughness and not make it very brittle. I wonder what the HRC is. They didn't say in there. I'll have to do a little research and see what I can come up with. But very interesting. VG-XEOS. Okay. Supposedly very, very highly corrosion resistant, which is super cool. All right, let's get the old sharpness tester out. You guys know the deal. For those of you that don't know what this machine is, this is a best certified sharpness tester. This is really for the purposes of this video. We're just having a good time, having some fun. However, it is repeatable, and it is the best way and the most accurate way that I can test the overall apex on a sharpened object here at home. So, you know, all these knives can be sharpened, can be stropped, can be, you know, the apexes can be brought to a finer apex, but this is the way they came out of the box. Before we get involved in this, I'm going to have to try my Cedar Ridge again, because I feel like it's getting lonely. Okay. And for anybody playing along at home with the drinking game, on this machine, we are measuring how many grams it takes to cut the certified test media, which is being held, I don't know if you guys can even see that, but it's being held on these little holders. However many grams it takes to cut through that, that will be the score. And anything under 200 is a very sharp knife. Of course, what we're looking for here is sub 100. So we started with the Squeak from Maniago, Italy, M390 blade steel. Let's see what it is. Here we go. Okay, so we got a result of 110. Womp, womp, womp. Not drinking on that one because we want to see sub 100s. Come on, Maniago. Leaving us hanging here on the Squeak. We'll set that one right there. All right, next up, I think, was our River's Edge Cutlery. Para 3 lightweight, Desert Warrior pattern, CTS 204P, Golden Colorado blade. Let's see what it is. Here we go. Okay. So we got a 60. I would say that one deserves a drink. So let's get involved in that. $60 on the 204P. Very, very good result. Next up, we've got the Delica in Micro Melt PD #1 blade steel, Seiki City, Japan. This stuff was incredibly sharp on the Endura and the Endella, but now we've got the Delica. Let's see what it is. Here we go. Holy shit. Man, I'll tell you, when you get something sub 50, you just feel it. When you touch that, you can just tell that it's cutting through with just no resistance whatsoever. It's really impressive, but a 45, that definitely deserves a drink. We may need to try out a little more of the Cedar Ridge. I don't know that we got it tried the first time around, and I've always said, if something's worth trying, it's worth trying twice. I might fuck it up the first time. You know what I mean? Okay. Like I said, might fuck it up the first time. We're going to have to try it twice. So far, so good. The old Cedar Ridge doing work. Okay. Where were we at? We had a 45, Police 4. Let's see if they could keep it up. Seiki City, Japan, coming in hot with the micro melt steels. They've got some like oil on the blades. Well, let me test it first, and then I'll wipe the oil off the blade. This is also a Thai CN coating, so it's a carbon nitride coating that's on the blade. It looks quite good. All right, here we go. Police 4 PD or micro melt PD1 steel. Here it is. Okay, 55. 55. So what do we have? 65, 55, 45. They're not messing around. And even a 110. 110 is still damn sharp, but Spyderco's been on a roll. Every single knife I've tested straight out of the box with Spyderco has been sub 100 for quite some time, and it's impressive. It really is. So let's try the Cedar Ridge for a second time here. Yep. Don't think I fucked it up the first time. It's actually good. Okay. Spyderco Mule Team number 41. This is VGXEOS blade steel. They're saying comparable to VG10, but with much better wear or corrosion resistance. And it said that it was pretty high Rockwell also. So we'll have to look into that. That'll be interesting. Let's check it out. Here we go. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, so let's see what we got. We had a 110 on the Squeak. Fair result, but nothing to write home on. I mean, for a whole lot of companies, a 110 is very, very good. But for Spyderco, these days, everything they're doing is sub 100. So we had 110 grams on the squeak. Then we had a 65 on the Para 3 lightweight. We had a 60. Was it 60 or 55? 55, I think, on the Police 4. Then we had a 50 on the Mule Team. And then our champion for this evening was the Delica at a 45. Now, I was going to wipe the oil off of this blade. Now, this Micro Melt PD1, similar to the Crew Wear. If I remember right, it was like 9 to maybe it was up around 11% chromium, or 9 to 10, something like that. So not a stainless steel, probably not terrible that it is a coated blade, but with the superfine grain structure that they're talking about, this should be a very, very impressive tool steel. You know, Crew Wear is a great steel, been around for a while, and this seems like a new and improved Crew Wear. So time will tell if that's true or not, but I'm excited to do some testing. And the Police 4, I mean, seriously, you know, you can get to poking here. I mean, this is a long enough blade to get into those soft, squishy bits. You know what I'm saying? If a guy's looking for a really good blade steel on a relatively inexpensive knife, especially that'll get into the soft, squishy bits, it's hard to beat the Police 4. There you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Go check out OCD4EDC.com. We got all kinds of stuff on the website, all kinds of things going on all the time. You can get yourself a brand new Bodacious CME, as well as a whole laundry list of other things. I'll throw links up in the description. Go check it out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, you know, a little bourbon and some blades. You know what I mean? This was a nice unboxing. Like I said, it's been a hell of a day. It's been even more outrageous week. And the last couple months have been quite crazy in my life. So I'm enjoying just sitting down, doing this video, having a little fun, enjoying some Cedar Ridge. If you guys check out the old Cedar Ridge here, get the barrel proof, small batch barrel proof. It's pretty solid. 2 thumbs up from the Iowa boy. Some good Iowa bourbon coming in hot on a, what is today, Wednesday? On a Wednesday evening here in Iowa. Come get it. All right, guys, thanks so much. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Tell me to piss off or whatever. I don't know. I enjoy it. It's a good time. We'll catch you next time. I'm out of here. Peace.